Polly had left the room, so I asked Cindy, what do you want to do? Do you want to stay here with Polly or do you want to come home with me? And she said, I want to go home with you right now. I still don't understand exactly how they got the guardianship, but clearly they wanted to do that, particularly April, because I believe now, after well over a year of searching for answers.
I don't understand what her motive is to put Mike through the shit that she's putting him through.
This is a wall that used to contain 10 of my Edward Sheriff Curtis photographs that my daughter April stole from me and may have sold it. I don't know. She won't give them back to me, so I'm not sure what happened to them. But they used to hang all right here. First hearing for the guardianship, the judge says to me, well, Mr. Liber, I guess you don't care very much. I said, what? I was on the Zoom. You know? And what are you talking about? She says, you didn't enter a single document.
Oh, wow.
I went, what?
Wow, wow.
And I had them in my hand, but I didn't send them because I had 40 pages. And then my own attorney got them to the court, but not in time.
Wow.
And he says, well, I've got them here. Can I re-enter them today? And she said, nope.
No.
Then she says to the kids, you win.
So, and I've seen Mike and Cindy throughout my adulthood living in Port Angeles and interacting with them quite often. And so I feel very familiar with them and very comfortable.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep the place the way it was when Cindy left here, so the best I can, keep her plants all alive out there and watered and happy. So far, so good. Susie can give me advice on that. Oh, there's that succulent you gave me over there in the corner.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. It looks good. Because
Yeah.
I have a drop-in center for homeless, and so I kind of pick up on things, and I've never ever picked up on anything that is uncomfortable with Cindy and Mike and the relationship. It's always been fresh and open and caring. I question if I see anything wrong, and I've never in any of the times have ever heard anything questionable.
No. I've been with Mike, I've been with his wife, Cindy. We've gone out to dinner together. We've looked at real estate. There was a time she started becoming, some mental problems, as you do when you get older. And he always made sure that she was cared for. One time we left the study of some property we were looking at. Harvey Kalin was with us, and we felt it was time that Cindy get back to home. Harvey separated from Mike and I at the real estate site, and he took her back home and promised that he'd care for her, and I have no doubt that he did.
Yeah. But I will tell you, he was with her all the time. Yeah. The wife and I have been out here before at social functions, and I've just known him a long time. If someone had told me that there was spousal abuse in this household, I would have said, no way. There was wife and I, we never saw anything like that. In fact, I would say as far as their interaction together, it was quite the opposite. They looked out for each other. When one needed something, they helped the other one with it. It's just kind of the way we saw them.
We rekindled our friendship. So, and then I started coming up here on the weekends, and he had a bunch of tents he wanted checked out, so he'd loan me one of his tents, and I'd pup it up down there and spend the night. Well, I always thought they were getting along pretty good because they both was working together, and the seemed like they had a normal interface between each other. And when I'd come out here and spend the night or the weekend, I never did once see them have an argument or anything. So I was, thought they had a pretty good rapport. I don't know which daughter it was that said that, but she doesn't, as far as I'm concerned, she doesn't know what the hell she's talking about. Because I've never seen any spousal abuse with Mike and Cindy.
This is Brian Harden. My wife Lois and I have had the pleasure of knowing Mike Libra and Cindy Paulin since moving to Port Angeles in 1976. And it was always good to see their humor and the good relationship they were enjoying with each other. I was saddened to hear about Cindy's recent health issues, and I'm convinced that Mike has continued to care and love Cindy deeply. I've never witnessed anything that would lead me to that conclusion.
Brian, we really appreciate your taking the time and especially, taking the effort to back me up. Believe me, I'm telling you the truth, Brian. There was no spousal abuse, and there never has been. And this is what the mystery is to me, and between me and my kids. I just don't know where they're coming from. I think my grandfather and my great aunt who saved the collection from the stone house, which is now known as the Henry Whitfield Museum in Guilford, Connecticut. That was the first stone house in America, built in 1639 by my family, was part of that. And my grandfather was the last private citizen born in that house in 1891. And then in 1898, it became the first state Connecticut museum. There's a couple more antiques in there. I love antiques. Cindy and I loved to collect old stuff. And here we have it, and now no one to leave it to.